Hey guys, it's Nicky Romero, Amsterdam dance event for Toasted.
So did you actually get some sleep at all? Or?
You know what? I had a bunch of time to sleep. The only thing is, it was like 6 a.m. and I was like still in my bed, and I was like, you know,
Buzzing.
adrenaline buzzing. Yeah, exactly, running through my veins because of all the excitement of last night. It's still, you can play a big festival and you're not nervous at all. But for some reason, when it's ADE, you just want to perform for your friends and family, and that creates more nerves than either Tomorrowland, Ultra, or EDC, or any of those big festivals for some reason.
What I love about the Melkweg, and I've been to your party like I think 3 times in a row. First
wow.
time we filmed, your mom was there actually.
Yeah.
Is that it is very much like a family, right? I mean, everybody says this, but you guys are really, really close.
Well, I think there's a lot of people that use the term family online. Like if people are supporting an artist, they call themselves family pretty quickly, or bro. But I try with the label, I truly try to put some emotion and like a real atmosphere behind the word. So, for example, we do something special for the artists every year. So they all get a goodie bag, they all get a bag, and this time it's a backpack with actually headphones in it and with actually things they can use, not only advertisement stuff, but like real things that they can use this week, like a mobile charger and all that. T-shirts.
I missed out on that, for fuck's sake.
I mean, that's the thing. Like we try to invest back into our artists. All the artists that have been on Protocol last year get like a special badge. You know what I mean? And it's actually designed by a company, so it's not just like merchandise. We try to give something back of what we make, and also what we all the money that we get from the shows is directly invested back into everything around the artist.
Do you when you throw a party there? Of course, it's mayhem, it's craziness, but do you have time to reflect on the past? Do you look back on when you all started this?
Well, 5 years ago, I had my first show, and it was in a really small venue. It was the Jimmy Who. Pretty good atmosphere there, though. And I remember because it was the first Protocol night, and David Guetta came to perform. So it was pretty wild. Can you imagine? David Guetta normally fills up stadiums, arenas, coming to visit in the Jimmy Who. Barely 400 people, you know. And they're all like stuck to each other. And he came to perform with me, which was crazy. Can you believe the song like Titanium going off in a venue like like the Jimmy Who? So yeah, I will always remember that. And I can't believe that in the meanwhile, we're doing the Milky Way. We almost had everyone visiting the show. From Tiesto to Martin Garrix was actually warming up. I can't believe like where he is right now. It's absolutely insane. Demi and Mike, Fetty came by all the time. Sonny James, Ryan Marciano, Tiesto, I just named it. Yeah, Guetta. So it's crazy that Afrojack came to play last year. So yeah, it's good.
This is probably, and I think this is unique in the music industry, that all these artists are supporting each other. Like normally, quote unquote, in the rock world, it's people don't like each other that much.
I mean, it is more or less about doing this together, you know? The only thing is that sometimes, I think that applies to every scene, that some egos are in the way of something beautiful. And I think we should never be scared of someone else being more popular. It's all about, if you share, you can always grow. And it shouldn't be a match, but you have to understand that we're put into this position also by, for example, a DJ Mag or someone, or a magazine that compares all of us. That is part of, you know, the egos that creates this atmosphere a little bit. I don't think it should be a match. I don't think it should be like, hey, he's higher than me. Oh, he's more popular than me. Who cares, you know? It should be, Calvin Harris is in the list at like 11, 12 now, 13. Last year was 17. Do you see how many hits this guy scores?
You know, but even, I mean, come on. What does that even mean? I'm 17, now I'm 24. Is it like I'm eight spots worse off? Or what does that mean?
I'm very I don't want to bash anyone, because I'm very thankful for the fact, you know, that we get the opportunity that fans can vote for their favorite artist is great. But it shouldn't be used as a tool to compare one to another. Have you seen a magazine that compares U2 to the Rolling Stones? I mean, it's completely different. They all have their own fan base. I'm still thankful though because it helped me, especially in the beginning of my career, to reach #7 and to be the highest new entry and all that. It's great. Just don't use the magazine to compare one another because everybody's unique in their own way.
I couldn't help overhearing you last night. You were talking about the label. You said like, okay, this is 5 years protocol. I mean, you signed some crazy, great artists, great tracks. You helped a lot of DJs from countries to break through internationally with protocol, which must make you feel really good. But the thing is, you said, I'm going to branch out into different genres in, well, the mid-long term.
Yeah, I mean, I think the music industry right now is developing so quickly that I have no idea where it's going to be in 3 weeks. That's how fast it goes right now. What I do know is that I think that we should develop our label to a little bit more of an open format label without losing our identity. So we should be open to all kinds of sounds without losing the true protocol sound, and that's going to be a challenge.
So to compare this, you're Def Jam right now, and you're going to sign Slayer because it fits in as well.
I would sign Slayer if they can merge and if they can develop their sound into fitting on our label. So I would not say no because they are a rock band.
Exactly.
That's the mindset I want.
I mean, the comparison is fair enough. So I mean, because of course Def Jam used to be a hip hop label, and then suddenly they said, well, you know what? Fuck it, Slayer fits in as well. Period.
Yeah. Or create a sub label for it, or
the Chili Peppers, whatever. So yeah, it's more than just a genre. Yeah.
Right now, I think it's really about, is it a good song? Yes, then we should be open to sign it. Wow. Not so much if it's not 128, if it doesn't have a hard-hitting drop, it's nothing for us. I think that mindset is gone by now. I think it really goes towards, hey, is it a good song? Can we make something out of it? You know, then we should consider signing it.
So the thing was, and that was kind of special, that you said you were listening to the track, you had it on your computer, and you said, you know what, to make this song really great, I need to get rid of everything except the vocals.
Yeah, because the song was so strong.
Yeah.
And it was really hard for me to add something to it.
Hey, the Avicii documentary is out. It's going to premiere here at ADE. Did you see some shots yet?
No, I was talking to him on WhatsApp earlier today, but I've not seen the.
Because I mean, there's some really crazy shots of him in the hospital. Actually, pretty rough.
Oh, I have not seen it. I wish. When is it out?
I think it's going to be on Friday. Is the premiere?
Okay. Yeah, no, we've been talking about it in a TV show earlier, RTL Boulevard, about this documentary. I've not seen it yet. I wish I knew before. There's a lot of things that I share with him, and also not only a track that we produced together. I could be the one that was #1 in the UK, which was crazy for both of us. Yeah. But also we share a lot of the medical stuff, and you know, I suffered from anxiety, so did he, and we both had a different way of dealing with it. But every time I see a picture of him in that time, I really feel for him, and also I kind of feel what it feels like.
So you're still in touch with him? Is he actually? Yeah. Will he be back making music? You think?
He is. He just put out a new EP. I think Rita Ora is one of his songs. Wow. He has a 128 song as well, but. He's still making music, and he just recently put out a new EP. I don't know what the name is, but it's like 6 songs.
Wow,
yeah, like a month.
I thought he was gone forever. Like this is it.
No. What I know is that he's just not performing. I don't know for how long, if he's ever going to come back with performing, but he will always make music.
Well, that's really good news. Another thing that I found on your Instagram, do you have a death wish actually? Because you are on this motorbike that looks fucking dangerous.
Well, there's people that do dangerous drugs. There's people that jump off a cliff in Australia or wherever that could hit their head, you know. In the meanwhile, I'm driving motorcycles. I just love the feeling of being on a motorcycle. And
you're a speed freak.
Yeah, the faster the better, you know, the more power the better. Everything that has a lot of power kind of attracts me. So motorcycles, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to drive as safe as possible, and yeah, hopefully...
Is it even possible on a bike?
I guess. I don't know. It's just all about anticipating on the other traffic, though.
Hey, beautiful pictures of the studio as well. It's not just one studio, right? It's a complex that you built. Yeah. It's about 5 rooms, including a radio studio, an SSL room with a mixing console. Is it all done now? Is it finalized, you think, or is it ever finalized? No, it was final, but now we made a few changes in the glass because of the acoustics. So it's going to take another week, and I do it in this week. So next week it will be 100% finished. Sweet. Yesterday you did some live stuff. Of course, you're known to be, well, you just played this wrecked piano. It's even though
Yeah, it's a little
it
bit off.
hasn't been tuned in 80
No,
years, I think.
it's like the Adams family.
You play the drums, of course, as well. You did that even for a massive crowd in Holland in a stadium.
Yeah. Wow, you know that.
Oh hell yeah,
Vrienden van Amstel.
yeah, exactly. Which was actually, I think, when I saw you come up, I was like, fuck, I didn't know he was that good. And you did look a bit nervous.
I was the most nervous ever probably. I think, I was so nervous because it's not in my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I didn't drum for like 8 years, and then they asked me to drum in front of an audience about 15,000 people, 15,000 people, sorry, 15,000 people, and then multiply by 9. That's the amount of people that we reached that week, because 9 shows.
For fuck's sake.
And then you come out of the roof, on the drums, and there's like all these real musicians, the guys that actually play in the band for years. And I was like, I'll do my trick. Nothing super crazy. But it was really scary. And but I was like, if I'm scared for it, then I need to approach it. So I've done that. And I played the piano with Marco Borsato and Bluff, local heroes, huge artists here in the Netherlands. And I could never dream of being in that position that I actually played the keys.
Will you play more live music? Because will you venture out into that? Because it looks easy though. If you do it, it looks like real. Quoting you.
It's. I'll tell you one thing. It is easy if you practice enough, but I wasn't prepared for it. But I was like, hey, if I don't do this, then I don't challenge myself enough. And if I feel like I'm scared for it, I just gotta go for it.
But are you gonna do this live? I mean, I could see you do this live for like.
Well, I can reveal one thing. We are open to develop a situation where we could probably play one of the instruments live on stage. We don't have our own. We don't have a schedule yet, but it's definitely in the plans.
That sounds really good. Hey, I couldn't help notice the wonderful Elisa doing your radio show yesterday. She moved.
stream.
Yeah, she moved to LA, I think, and suddenly she was back. I mean, apparently, you guys are in touch.
I imported her.
Somebody exported her, so you imported her.
I don't know. She wanted to chase her artist career, and she's doing great. She's working for a few TV stations there, doing recordings with other artists. She came back and she told me that she missed Holland, and I said, well, why don't you come back in October? So we can make a combination with protocol. Maybe you want to host a live stream, and let's see if we can create some some opportunities for you to also work while you're here in Holland and see your family. And she was really happy, and she told me that she might actually move back to Holland. So I don't know about it, but I think it's a good opportunity that she's going to be back soon.
Very cool. You have a tattoo on your arm of a vocal of a track. Is it a vocal track actually? I mean, everybody who edits music knows that this is what it looks like.
It's a waveform, yeah. It's my own voice. I recorded it on a rainy day in Holland.
What does it say? Fuck.
No, it says nothing to lose with my own vocal. I recorded my own vocal, and so it's just a waveform of my own voice.
I think it's very original and very nothing. But you do have a lot to lose, man.
I don't. What do I have to lose?
Shitloads of money, fantastic cars, great career.
If I lose money, if I lose my cars, I still have a good life. So I don't care.
So let me get this straight. If you wouldn't have any money, if you wouldn't have any career yet, what would you do and still be happy?
Make music. That's how I started. I started without money. I started without cars. I was still happy. I had great parents and good friends.
Cheers to that. Thank you very much, man.
You're welcome.
Cool.